Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune, and I am doing the 2021 predictions. I'm so excited to do these. We've got 6 piles here. So we've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5 and pile 6. You can skip on over to your pile if you want to meditate. You can pause, but I just wanted to say before I do this reading, I wanted to really thank everybody who subscribed to my channel. I know it's only a very tiny little channel for now, but I really appreciate everyone that comments on the videos, everyone that likes my videos. It really means a lot, and it really does help me out. I also wanted to thank anybody that does follow me on Instagram at Astro Wheel of Fortune as well. It's also such an amazing help to me, and just in general this year has been amazing for my growth, even like spiritual growth outside of anything to do with me reading online or even my Etsy shop. And again, thank you to everybody who ordered from me. If you ordered a personal reading from me in 2020, thank you so much, and thank you so much for supporting me. I feel like I've had really great clients who came to me and ordered readings off me. I feel like I was very lucky with clients. Knock on wood. I'm sure I will be in the future, but I'm really lucky to have the type of people that come to me. I've been very lucky to have the type of people that come and listen to me do my readings on my channel as well. But with that, I just wanted to say I'm very grateful for everybody that supports me. And if anyone's watching who's actually, knows me personally and who's in my life personally, I also want to thank you, because I've had a lot of support from personal friends and people in my life in general. I've had a lot of support, and I really do appreciate it. And I was just feeling very grateful this morning. I did a morning walk, and I said, you know what, I'll do 2021 predictions, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. I just want to say thank you in general, and to show my gratitude. So with that, I'm going to get started. So if you want to pause and pick your pile, we're going to be looking into money situations, into love. But I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started with pile number 1. So what I'm doing as well, pile number 1, I didn't mention it in the intro, but I will be live shuffling the tarot. This is just the oracle cards. So I'll be live shuffling the tarot to get more detail, but I've got I've got a couple of things here, so we're going to get started. So this is your general energy for your 2021. We've also got general energy here with creativity. Oh, I remember this pile because I remember these cards flashing, and imagination. I remember these two. It was really cool the way that they flashed, and the fact that it's creativity and imagination, but not just that, the fact that they're also they're both purple, I thought was really cool. So I'm going to put them like this. So this is your general energy. Then I also pulled some cards for your love life, and I pulled some cards for your career. So just one card each. So we've got love life, we've got date night, and we've got, for career, we've got spring. Really nice. This is really nice energy. Definitely a lot of creativity for you, pile 1. A lot of creativity in 2021, focusing on that creative energy. And this card often with the spring energy. And I feel, when I think of spring, I think of creation, right? A lot of animals are mating. A lot of it's kind of like we're coming out of that hibernation. So I feel like maybe in 2020, and I feel like a lot of us have been in a way hibernating. Although, like, I wouldn't say that's true for everyone. A lot of people actually ended up doing more in different various ways than they would have done in a normal year. Like, it completely depends. And I'm just noticing we've got all these 3s here. We've got 3, we've got 33. That's really coming through. So 3 is the number of communication and creation. So to me, what I'm really seeing here for you, pile number I was going to say pile number 3, but you're pile number 1. It's just you've got so many 3s happening here. I think you're really going into creation mode in 2021. I see you creating almost like in this abundant manner, boundlessly. You're going to be creating, and I'm also hearing teaching. So I feel like a lot of you are teaching. A lot of you maybe are teaching in a creative field. That's something that's coming through as well. But with the imagination and creativity and the spring card coming through here, specifically for your career, I feel like you're stepping into a more creative mode when it comes to your career. You're stepping into a more abundant in a creative way. It's kind of like, it's not even going to be about money, although I do think you're going to make a lot of money with this creative energy in 2021. I feel like it's not even about the money. It's more so about the fact that you are creating a natural flow of abundance for yourself. Like, I'm getting Empress energy, even though obviously we don't have any tarot cards. We'll see if the Empress wants to pop out for us, but I do feel a lot of creation is happening for you. So let's shuffle some tarot cards. I want to specifically ask about this creativity that I'm seeing for you. I'm also seeing a lot of teaching. So teaching, creativity, there's a lot of fun here. And I also, actually, when I was shuffling your pile, I accidentally hit off my Spotify shuffle, and that song came up by Robbie Williams. It's oh my god, is it Rock DJ? That's the one that came through. So I feel like it's going to be a really fun year for you. It could be a really fun year, especially with the date night energy here. 2021 could be a year of fun and kind of like this casual energy where you're creating a lot, but you're not taking things too seriously in 2021. That's really what I'm picking up on. But let's see what's going on for pile number 1. And I keep wanting to say pile number 3, so a lot of you could be life path 3s. That is something that's coming through. Okay, so we've got, this is mostly for your career, slow and steady progress. Wow, teaching, didn't I say teaching? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is cool. I'm seeing you releasing stress. That's something that I'm seeing as well for 2021. And I think you're releasing stress through this creativity that I'm seeing here for you. So through creation. So you might be taking on projects that are creative, but that you're also not expecting too much of yourself. And like I said, you're not taking yourself too seriously in 2021. I'm hearing like, I want to be a bit more childlike. I want to be a little bit more playful. So in 2021, you're making a conscious decision to be a lot more playful, to engage in more play, less thinking, more doing as well. So I'm getting a real imagery of you doing things with your hands. So for example, if you are an artist, maybe you are trying to think less about the concepts of your art and more about, rather than thinking, you're trying to create and engage your body in it more. Even if it's not like, even if you're not an artist, even if it's something like maybe you're creating, you could be an advertisement, you could be an advertisement, marketing, whatever it is. Maybe you're creating a teaching program or something like that. And rather than using your brain, you're using your hands and your body. So kind of like putting things out there, and deciding to more physical approach to life. That's what I'm hearing with this Knight of Pentacles. But it's not going to be like an overnight success. It's not going to be, I do see a slow progression, but it's a steady progression. It's a progression towards something that really matters and really has some longevity to it. So you're not doing things willy-nilly here. And with the Mercury, I do feel like you're going to be very pragmatic. Mixing here with this Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant, you're being very pragmatic about your career specifically. And I feel like I'm focusing on career a lot right now. So I do think career is going to be very prevalent in your 2021. Let's look into your love life though, and then we'll try and mix the energies together. Okay, let's see what's coming up for love life for pile 1. Queen of Wands, you're going to feel very attractive. Okay, we've got 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Hermit card in reverse, and we've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so for those of you that are single, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of people admiring you. Like, I'm getting a lot of, even if you're not single, actually, if you're in a relationship, you might catch some unwanted admirers in 2021. You might catch some unwanted attention, but I think at the same time it's gonna do wonders for your self-esteem. And again, like, I'm not trying to allude like, oh, you should care about what other people think. It's kind of like that thing, I'm flattered, but thanks, no thanks. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting for pile number 1. There could be a little bit of this, thanks for the attention and thanks for the compliments, but I'm getting a lot of you are attracting a lot of attention. A lot of you are attracting a lot of eyes on you. Like, I'm getting a lot of eyes on you. So some of you could even go, like, if you're trying to start up a business, or you're trying to do something online, or maybe you're trying to teach online, that's something that's coming through. I see whatever program or whatever creative project you're doing and you're putting it into the public eye is really gaining attention. It's also gaining a lot of attention from like people who like fancy you. Like, I'm getting, you're going to be fancied in 2021. So maybe you guys are going through a glow up. As I'm trying not to say guys, sorry about that. I think you might be going through a steady glow up in 2021, and it's not that kind of glow up where, you get your hair done and you come out and all of a sudden, it's not that kind of instant glow up that you see on TV where people get like a makeover and they look amazing. It's going to be slowly through the year. That's what I'm getting. Slowly through the year, you're getting I'm getting a lot of earthy energy and a lot of fire here. So it kind of makes sense, because to me, spring is very, it can be very watery to me as well. I really feel like with the fiery energy and the earthy energy mixing together, it's kind of like you're going to be really excitable. You're going to be very excited about life. You're going to be very inspired by life. That's what I'm getting. There's an inspirational energy. Like, you are inspired by outside forces, and the outside forces are inspired by you in 2021. I'm seeing a lot of flirtatious energy for you in 2021. So if you are in a relationship, you could be restoring a certain amount of flirtation, a certain amount of fun into your relationship. If you haven't been feeling that way, for a lot of you, you could be getting engaged. That's something that I'm seeing. If that's something that you want, I'm seeing an engagement coming in 2021. For some of you, if you are single, I feel like there's going to be a steady relationship by the end of 2021 coming through. That is something that I'm picking up on. But again, I feel like to get to that relationship, you might have to sift through a lot of unwanted attention. You might have to sift through people that are maybe like not on your level. Like, I'm hearing you're not really on my level. I'm hearing don't lower your standards with the justice. I don't know why, but I'm getting this. Don't lower your standards with the justice card in reverse. I'm even getting that for friendships. I'm hearing it's better to be alone than to be surrounded by people that are not on your level, or people that like lower your vibration. So I think a lot of you are realizing that in 2021. A lot of you are realizing, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be in my own space than be around people that lower my vibration, than be with people that maybe get me down. And I think that you're taking that very seriously in 2021, even though there's a lot of this playful energy that I'm picking up for you in pile number 1. At the same time, there's a very serious thought process that is happening behind the scenes of like, I'm very selective. You're going to be very selective with people that are around you. But I think maybe you might start 2021 feeling like you don't really know how to sift through it, not really understanding how to move forward, and maybe coming out on the other side of 2021 being I feel established. So maybe I'm kind of feeling the flirtatious part of 2021 might be the start of the year. And at the end of the year, there's a more established, grounded, practical, it's almost like the earthy part of the year is your I'm hearing like winter time in 2021 might be a very earthy, grounded, stable energy for you. Stability is really showing up for me in the winter months. I'm even hearing October. So as early as October, there's a lot of stability coming through. And I think you're going to be teaching something. There's a lot of energy of you teaching something or passing on some sort of knowledge. And I feel like that's happening because of it's kind of like I'm not specifically taking a chance, because I do think you're being very responsible in 2021, but I'm seeing you take some sort of like approach where you're deciding to go, I'm going to be a little bit less controlled and a little bit less structured at the start of 2021. You want to be less structured. You want to be less, I'm even getting like, I want to take on less responsibility and create more. Again, that Empress energy came through, even though like we didn't get a card for the Empress, but I'm really picking up on the Empress for you, especially with the 3. The 3 is the number of the Empress in the major arcana. So I think a lot of you are going to be just trying to create rather than to control your creation. It's kind of, maybe in the past you would second guess a lot of your creations and you would kind of go like, oh, I don't know if this painting will sell. I don't know if this art is going to sell. I don't know if this art is good enough to be marketable enough. I don't know if my product is good enough. I don't know if my teachings are good enough. You're not even questioning that in 2021. You're just going, well, let the public decide. Let the people decide what's marketable. I'm just going to put things out there, and whatever comes back to me comes back to me. There's kind of like this boundless, and don't take this the wrong way. You're dumping information, you're dumping creativity into whatever space. Like if it's social media, for example, if it's like your YouTube channel or something like that, you're becoming a little bit less selective about what you do, and then gauging what works for you and what doesn't work for you through other people's response. And I think there's a popularity to you in 2021. Popularity is really coming through. Like a lot of people are going to want to date you. A lot of people are going to want to be friends with you. A lot of people want to reach out and like offer their pentacle to you. That's something that I'm getting here. It's almost like a lot of people are seeing your potential with this Hierophant. A lot of people are seeing your potential as a teacher, as a leader, as someone who has a higher level of knowledge, and it's kind of like you're a diamond in the rough. You haven't been discovered yet, but a lot of people are going to start seeing your potential. And I feel like there is going to be some sort of level of discovery of you by the end of 2021. I feel I'm hearing as early as October, so maybe some of you for some of you could come in October. So I also wanted to pull some tea leaf cards for these piles, so I just want to pull a couple of tea leaf cards to see. We've got a ring. A marriage could really take place. I honestly see that, a higher level of commitment. But also this could be a signifier of solidifying a certain business. So if you are starting a business or you're trying to start some sort of teaching, I'm seeing a lot of you could be getting married. Like I'm really getting with the Hierophant, and the King of Pentacles always makes me think of somebody proposing, because the Knight of Pentacles thinks about longevity. So if you are dating somebody right now, if you're in a serious relationship right now, I definitely see engagement coming through. Possibly this engagement will come in May, but May could be a very important month for you. May with spring. May is going to be really important for your career. That's what I'm getting, because we've got springtime for your career. So springtime could be a very favorable time for your career. So keep an eye on what goes on in spring. What energy comes through in spring. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not going to take all of these cards. I'm just going to take the ones that flipped over. We've got Lobster, Financial Pinch. We've got Solid Foundation, Success with Effort, February. Again, spring. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Again, for some of you, I feel with the Rooster, it's that energy of, I'm really getting a strong feeling that you, maybe in the past, you've been judged by arrogant people and it's made you feel like you have to be very selective with what you put out in the world. Maybe you are Virgos with this Mercury, and we've got the Hermit card here. A lot of earth energy. So specifically Virgo and Taurus are coming through. But again, like I know a lot of people are probably going to see this video. Or, a sizable amount of people. I'm not trying to act like I'm super viral or anything, but a sizable amount of people will see this. So, I'm really getting Taurus and Virgo specifically, but Earth is so prevalent, but there's almost like a sliver of fiery energies coming through here as well, like a burst of fire. And maybe in the past you've been set more in this earthy energy and you've been very selective and very careful with what you put out in the world. But I think you're becoming, and I'm getting, it's like this card is almost like your spirit guides want you to be more boastful, and not like in a low vibrational way, but it's almost like you deserve to be more arrogant in 2021. That's something that I'm seeing. With the Lobster, I'm really not getting a financial pinch, but the Lobster, I do say this sometimes this card reminds me of that Friends episode where they talk about lobsters finding soulmates for life. So to me, this is an indication, possibly for a lot of you, you are standing in some sort of commitment. You're coming into some sort of commitment, a solid foundation in 2021. So if you're single, I definitely feel like you're going to be in a solid solid relationship by the end of 2021. And if you are not single but you're in a committed relationship, I see either you or this person proposing. I'm definitely getting very strong energy of proposal and marriage here. This person could even propose in February or May, but I feel like the February, May, considering we've got spring here, I think it's going to be a very important time for you to create and be imaginative with your career. So I feel like these are coming out as important months in 2021 for you, pile 1. But I'm seeing a lot of creativity and ambition and passion, but it's coinciding with this pragmatic energy that you have. And I really like that energy. It's like you're going to be charming, sociable. A lot of people fancy you. A lot of people want to date you. A lot of people want to offer you their energy and their attention. But you're also aware that if you take everything at once, it may not work out for the best. So you're trying to stick to like being pragmatic and I'm selective. It's like you are not whatever you put out in the world, there's like this abundant way of putting it out. But when it comes to people offering you energy, when it comes to people coming towards you, you're very selective. So if you're single, you might be dating a lot and you're kind of like, I'm dating a lot of people, but I'm also very selective with who gets to have my energy. So if you're not feeling a person, you're straight away, like you're setting very strong boundaries in 2021. Pile number 1. So this is the reading that I got for you. I really enjoyed doing this reading. If you like this reading, do like and subscribe and comment. But I'm going to move on. I'm going to put these cards away. Very interesting kind of like duality here with pile number 1. This earthy stability, but at the same time we've also got this creative bursts of energy, which I really, really love. So we're going to move on. Okay, so let's move on to pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see what is going on for you in 2021. So pile number 2, what I didn't say it in the intro, but I basically picked out some oracle cards, but I haven't shuffled the tarot. So I'm going to be live shuffling the tarot to see what is coming up in 2021. But first of all, I picked these 2 energies to see the general energy of your 2021. We've got 12th house, escape. We've also got safe travel. Keep me safe, let me roam far away, but bring me home. I find it interesting with the 12th house, we've got escape as well. And escape makes me think of like escaping to another country or escaping somewhere else. I'm like, I obviously will talk about the 12th house energy, but that's really coming through for me. Escaping somewhere, getting away from maybe some of you are escaping like a toxic household. Maybe some of you are escaping a toxic home and you're moving on to better things. Escaping in order to look after your mental health, that's something that's coming through as well. So maybe some of you have wanted to move in 2020, wanted to move countries, wanted to move, locations, and you're doing it now. You're doing it in 2021. Travel is definitely coming through here. And I do think, like, just from intuitively thinking about it and like the fact that, the vaccine is coming out and things like that, I do feel like most of us are going to get to travel in 2021. And I think pile number 2 will be the one to take the chance to take the leap, first of all. So let's see what we've got here. I also picked a love card for you. We've got work, coworker, career, focused effort. We've also got air, someone who is intellectual, open-minded, and communicative for your work. You're honestly so focused on career. I feel like love life is not, it's not that it's not going to be important, but I'm not getting strong like lovey-dovey energy with you, pile number 2. You're more focused on your career. You're more focused on progression is coming through. I'm also seeing mental health as something that you're going to be focused on in 2021. Your career and your mental health, and like as if you merge those together, it's kind of like the way you're seeing is like you're focusing on yourself. Interesting. There's a lot of energy of you're very careful with your with yourself. You're not letting You're not letting other forces distract you. I'm also getting with the escape card, it's like you need to escape from somewhere. Maybe you want to get away from a relationship. Maybe you want to get away from a friendship group. But for a lot of you, I feel like you want to get away from a home situation or a country where you're living right now. Like you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. And I think in 2021, like some of you could have a longing to go to a certain country. Some of you could have like this attraction, a pull towards, or maybe like a city or a state, wherever you are right now. You just have this pull, like I want to be somewhere else, dreaming of being somewhere else. Like I'm even see the way we've got the ocean here. Again, I'm getting like you might be pulled towards somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea. And the way that it says here today, I'm rebuilding from the ground up. Some of you really want to start over in a different country or a different city. That's what I'm picking up for pile number 2. It's like, I want to start over. I want to start over in 2021. I want to start over from the ground up. I want to work on my mental health from the ground up. I want to work on my finances and career from the ground up. I'm really getting that strongly, like just wanting to drop everything and start over. A lot of you are going to be doing it, whether it's in your career or whether you're actually just like physically moving to start over. I'm really picking up on that. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards for you now. I want to inquire about this energy of traveling or starting over. That's what I'm getting more. What is this starting over energy that I'm picking up for pile number 2? Okay. Wow, a lot of cards. That's why I never shuffle on camera. Because I'm such a messy shuffler. It's just like, yeah, wow, starting over. You are really starting over completely somewhere. You're changing your direction completely. For some of you, it's in your career. You could be ending a certain job. You could be ending a certain career, or the way that you do things. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I'm really getting that you're not satisfied with a certain direction that you've taken in your career. Now, if you feel like you like your career, it could be just the version of that career. Like, for example, let's say you are, and it's 11/11 as I say that. So let's say you are someone who works in interior design, and it's like you love interior design, but maybe you focus on designing kitchens, and you're like, I don't want to design kitchens. I want to design something else. Like I want to design a different part of the house. I don't know. Or maybe you're like an architect and you love creating spaces, and you love the idea of looking at spaces and deciding what looks best, or what works best structure wise. But maybe you are actually more interested in being an interior designer or a decorator. It's kind of like, I like what I do, but the direction of where I brought myself to is not entirely what I want it to be. So I feel like that's something that pile 2 are really focusing on. And that's where it's kind of like building up from the ground up. So for example, it's not like you're completely rejecting the idea of creating spaces if you're like an architect, but you want to create spaces in a different way. It depends on what you do, of course. For example, let's even take the idea of someone who is like a spiritual teacher, or somebody who does spiritual work like me. For example, maybe you thought you wanted to be a tarot card reader, even. Like, let's say you wanted to be a tarot card reader, but you all of a sudden realize that that's maybe not where you want to go. Like, you still want to do spirituality, but maybe you are actually more attracted to things like mediumship and channeling, or maybe you are more attracted to energy healing or something. Like, there's something like that. You're not completely rejecting, but there's a little bit of a block. So I think, and especially here, I do feel like a lot of spiritual people will pick this pile, because I'm getting a very strong energy with the 12th house that you are really tapping into. And 12th house and the air card, specifically the way we've got the third eye energy here. You can see he has like mushrooms in his third eye, and mushrooms always make me think of like psychedelics, and they make me think of like tapping into a different world within yourself. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be tapping into a brand new version of yourself, and it's kind of like externally it's not apparent yet, but in 2021 internally you feel it. You feel like you're different. See the way we've got these pentacles here, and the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And as soon as I said, once you tap into, there's something about your inner world that you haven't tapped into yet. And I think in 2021, you're tapping into it, and you're actively deciding to tap into it. And so that's how you progress. And I think it's going to pay off. By the end of 2021, something is paying off financially in your career. But I think there's going to be a lot of, like, I'm getting this, when you get like a set of wires and they've all tangled up. I'm thinking of Christmas tree lights. When sometimes you pull out your Christmas tree lights and you just you need to unravel it, and it's such a tedious process of unraveling these lights, and you're kind of like, oh God, I hate unraveling these lights. But then once you finally unravel them and they're on the tree and you plug them in and it lights up the tree, and you go, oh, I'm so glad I did that, and I feel so accomplished. There's this feeling of, my Christmas tree looks great, or whatever you're trying to decorate with your lights. That energy of, I'm glad that I went through the tedious process of figuring this out. And that's where I'm getting that from the ground up. It's kind of like putting something to bed, deciding to start from the ground up, but there is an element of I need to go through a bit of a tedious process in order to figure this out properly. That's what I'm getting. And again, I feel very, very career focused here in 2021. I'd be surprised if career is not your main focus in 2021. For pile number 2. Effort. A lot of effort. But it doesn't mean you have to work hard. I think you're working smarter, not harder. It's because I think you've been working hard. That's what I'm getting. You've been working hard in 2020. And I think in 2021, you're realizing, hold on, I can actually work smarter and get more done and get to this King of Pentacles energy quicker than what I've been doing. I just need to tap into a certain part of my inner world. There's something within you that it's it's there, but you haven't quite tapped into. You might be even uncovering new spiritual gifts in 2021. If you are a spiritual worker, if you do spiritual work, but even if you don't, there's some sort of, you will realize you have a knack or a talent for a certain spiritual skill. You'll realize that you have potential in a certain spiritual Two of Swords coming up twice in your reading as well. It's kind of unraveling that. Two of Swords does make me think. It's almost like that card to me. I don't know why I said 2021, but maybe that's just, sorry. But the card of Two of Swords, it's I know what I want to do, but I also don't know, and what if it's wrong? That's kind of what the card of Two of Swords. It's I know what I need to do. And even with this Two of Swords, you can see the moon is behind it, and it's you're blocking your intuition. You've been blocking certain spiritual gifts, and I think you're finally unblocking that energy in 2021. Potentially you've been blocking some serious spiritual gifts, pile number 2. Some of you could really go into a spiritual business. But one thing that I'm seeing as well with the Six of Wands is you're getting some sort of recognition for your there's some sort of recognition that's coming through. And with this King of Pentacles, it feels very accomplished. I was getting a strong energy of feeling accomplished. Let's see what's going on with your love life. I do want to Nine of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords energy. And we've got the Two of Cups in reverse. For some of you, I'm hearing don't neglect your love life if it comes to a partner. I feel for some of you, maybe some of you, I'm not saying this to make anyone scared or worried. Please don't be worried. Some of you could be moving. I feel you will know this already. Please consider that. I feel a lot of you know this already. You will be moving because a relationship is going to end, or maybe a relationship has already ended and you want to move location. Even if you don't live with this person, you want to move location because you don't want to be reminded of this person. There's something about you moving because of a relationship ending. I'm seeing a lot of endings for you at the very start of 2021. It's kind of like you're going through a lot of endings, but I see that there's a positivity around these endings because I feel like there's a hopefulness. Like I'm hopeful something good is going to happen. And with all this swords energy, I think you're releasing a lot, especially with the Eight of Swords being in reverse. A lot of the time when it's in reverse, I'm seeing a lot of releasing of a lot of mental burdens. I'm also hearing I'm releasing what people have told me I have to be. So for a lot of you, there could be some parental energy, specifically with this Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles coming up. There could be a lot of parental energy where maybe you are moving out of your parents' house, and that's releasing a lot of worries because some of you I'm not saying your parents are bad people, but there's something about them maybe having preconceived notions about what you have to do. You're breaking out of a certain mold in 2021. You're not doing what you think that you should, or you thought that you should do in the past. There's something here about moving away from people that maybe limited you. And it's almost like an instant feeling of accomplishment. I feel like for some of you, you're moving away from a family home, or maybe you're moving away from the country where you were raised, and it's giving you that level of freedom where you're realizing, oh, I'm actually capable of so much more because I've it's kind of like you've been tied up in these you've been tied up by the string. But the string was attached to like your home environment. And as soon as you leave the home environment, the strings are loosening up around you as well. And you're walking away from it. And like almost instantly, you're realizing how much more you can do with your life. Realizing your potential is something that I'm seeing for you, pile number 2 for 2021. Let's pick some tea leaf cards. I wanted to pick some tea leaf cards for each of the piles as well. So let's see what comes out for you. Pile number 2, we've got spiritual love, but I'm really getting a strong energy that you're spiritually protected with the 12th house and the air card here. You're spiritually protected. You have a lot of, your spirit guides are going to be very, vigilant is not the right word, but that's the only word that's coming into my head right now. Your spirit guides are going to be it's kind of like your spirit guides are going to have their eyes on you in 2021. They're really guiding you somewhere important. Wherever you get pulled in 2021, whatever country, whatever city, if you feel pulled to move in 2021, listen to your intuition on that. That's what I'm hearing. Family sorrow. I do feel a lot of you are leaving family dynamics that are very toxic for you. Wow, that's really coming through. We've also got a stubborn, aggressive person. Deep personal strength and deep personal strength and peace that assures success. It's like you are realizing the potential, the strength that you have. I feel like maybe you've been made to feel weak or incompetent in the past, or maybe even this year you've been made to feel incompetent. This, for some of you, this could even be a job that you're leaving. This could be a job that you're leaving that maybe your boss or people of authority in this job have told you that. It's kind of like that energy of you're leaving a job and your boss or your coworkers are going, actually, do you know what? This happened to me, by the way. This is something that happened to me where your coworkers or your boss are basically trying to say or allude to, oh, you'll never get a better job than this, honey. Oh, you'll never, you shouldn't leave. You shouldn't leave. You should go back and beg for your job back, but because you're walking away from this and you're already feeling better. I'm really relating to this pile, but I kind of feel like this pile is almost reading my 2020, start of 2020. That's the energy that I'm feeling here. It's like you're walking away from somewhere knowing that it's better for you, but other people are trying to show you that like, oh no, you'll never get anything better than this. This is a very strong energy that's I'm picking up here. So whether it's a family, like your family could be making you feel like, oh, where are you going to go? What are you going to do without us? We're your family. And even if they're toxic, they're kind of like, it's like this fear that they've instilled in you. Like you won't be able to do anything without us. But you're realizing as you're walking away from this situation that you can do that. Like you can do whatever you're doing with your family and so much more. If anything, yeah, I'm seeing there will be a need to control your anger for sure with the lightning and the fire. I do feel like you are moving away from a structure. So a structure could be, for example, let's say maybe this is an abusive or a partner that always told you, what are you going to do without me? You're not going to be able to make it without me. And you're walking away from them and you're like, I can do that and so much more. It's a job that maybe, and again, for some of you, this could be on the like more of a dramatized version of this. For some of you, this is more on the kind of like, it doesn't have to, it can be a milder version of it. For some of you, it's your parents. For some of you, it's a family unit. For some of you, this could be a job. But you're walking away from a structure that made you feel in the past like you were nothing without it. And you're all of a sudden realizing that you are something without it. And not only that, you're so much more without it. And you're capable of a lot. There's so much potential within you. And you're really uncovering your kind of strength. There's a lot of strength that you're picking up in 2021. And for a lot of you, this could involve you literally moving away, moving to another country, to another city, to another state. You're not going to be told what you are without this structure anymore, because you are getting to define what you are without the structure. This is very powerful energy, an energy of transformation. And I do see you if this is a job and a job is telling you like, oh, what are you going to do with that? Like, it depends on what like your boss can say, obviously sometimes they do it in a subtle way. But honestly, there is something here about you getting this message of, this is kind of like the end of 2021 for you. You're going to feel very empowered in your finances and your work and your career. But I feel like you need to walk away from something first, like walking away and feeling established at the end, walking away at the start. And it will take a lot of readjustment. As I said, it's that energy of, untangling lights, but then being able to plug them in and they look really beautiful and you feel really satisfied. And also I'm seeing look after your mental health in 2021, because this readjustment, it is going to test you in that way. So I hope you're going to be really focusing. It's a good idea to focus on your mental health as well as your career, because I do see this readjusting is going to be it's going to be an extra pressure on you, but you shouldn't see it as that, because all you're doing is you're growing rapidly. There's a rapid growth and rapid transformation that you're going through in 2021. You're expanding, and expansion is not all like fun and butterflies. Expansion is also difficult at times. So that's the reading that I got for you, pile number 2. Really powerful reading. Let me know if you want, leave some feedback if you want about how you feel about 2021. I think you're going to feel amazing by the end of 2021. It's just going to require some adjustments for you, but I'm really loving the energy that you're represented by here. So we're going to move on, pile number 2. If you like this, do like, subscribe, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3, let's see what is going on with your 2021, and you got a lot of cards, so I'm gonna try and get through them. I'm kind of trying to assign 20 minutes for each of the piles, so let's get into it. So I've got this general energy here for you, pile number 3, and I didn't shuffle any tarot cards yet. We're going to shuffle them as we go. We've got Saturn return. I saw this card when I was shuffling. So some of you could be going into your Saturn return in 2021. If you are turning 27, 28 or 29, this could be highlighting for us that your Saturn return is coming around. Again, I don't think Saturn return is anything to be super scared of. It's all about just doing the work and putting the effort into growing. So I think you're going to be putting extra effort into growing. I'm seeing a lot of things that don't serve you falling away in 2021. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got love. Okay, very nice. And we've got joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. I'm honestly getting manifestation for some reason. Maybe you're pulling in some serious manifesting powers. I'm kind of seeing you pulling the strings. I'm pulling the strings. You're pulling the strings of your life, and it's almost like your Saturn return. If you are going into your Saturn return, or you're going through your Saturn return currently, and you will be in 2021. In 2021, it's kind of like you're making your Saturn return work for you. That's what I'm hearing. If you are not, I don't want to focus only on people who are going into their Saturn return, but this could be that energy of like, you are using the things where life is going to be limiting you. Like, I'm getting you're being limited in a way in 2021, but it's like that energy of, if you have a lot of really beautiful things in your home, but they create like a cluttered space in your home, there's no point in having beautiful things in your home because it all looks ugly when there's too much of it, if that makes sense. So I think you're using your limitations to your advantage in some sort of way in 2021. I'm getting you as like this trickster. It's kind of like you're tricking your Saturn return or your limitations in 2021. You're like, oh, you're gonna limit me? Oh, well, I know how to use this limitation to create more and to manifest more. And I'm getting a real like trickster energy. Like nobody could. You're kind of slippery, but not in a bad way. Like you slip away from I'm feeling a lot of luck for you for some reason, pile number 3. Lucky energy. I'm really getting with the love and joy. I feel like you're vibing high. This is not about like, I'm not getting romantic love from this love card, although we did get 2 love cards for you and we'll look into them as well. But I'm getting more so your high vibe in 2021. You're vibing on a very high frequency. And so even your limitations are your blessings, if that makes sense. So I love that. I love that energy for you. So let's look at your love cards. We've got yes. So you got a big fat yes for something. So maybe you had a question in mind. Maybe you wanted to see in 2021, will I get married? Will I find a partner? Or maybe you're wondering if you're going to get to, connect with somebody important in 2021. Yes, that's basically, I'm getting positive. And yes also makes me think of positivity and kind of like this energy of like, yes, I'm just going to say yes to this. I'm just going to say, maybe you're going to say yes to someone. Maybe someone's going to propose to you, or maybe you are proposing to somebody and you're like, are they going to say yes? I think so. Again, if it's realistic, it's not like if you propose to like a celebrity or something like that doesn't know you exist. But I'm getting a very strong like positivity is really radiating from pile number 3 for 2021. We've also got wait, patience, not now, divine timing. Interesting. But with the 1111, I'm thinking of like soulmates. But with the wait and yes and wait, I'm kind of getting you're going to feel positive about your manifestations, even if they're not coming in yet, especially with your love life. Even if they're not coming in yet, you're going to be feeling very positive about your manifestations. It's kind of like, okay, it's not happening yet, but I know it's going to happen. I feel something about 2021 really feels like these limitations that are happening to you in 2021, and the waiting is a big part of Saturn return for me. What I'm getting is that you may not get huge manifestations through in 2021. I'm kind of hearing 2022 is when you're finally going to reap the rewards. But 2021 is that pause, but you're still feeling really good. It's like, it's that energy of, you're having a good time. You're vibing really high. You have enough money. You have enough love, but not yet. Like not that big goal that you have, like maybe you want to, like maybe let's say some of you really want to get married or something like that. It's like, we're going to give you a beautiful relationship and you're really going to enjoy your relationship and you're going to be really happy, but just you're not going to get married yet because you don't need it right now, because you're not at that stage yet. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm explaining it right. But I'm also hearing like, I'm waiting for something amazing to happen, but you're not waiting in a way that's like, oh, you're sitting there and going like, when will this happen? You're waiting because it's kind of like when you're waiting for like a package that you've ordered online. It's like, I'm waiting on this kind of more subconscious level because I know it's going to come at some point because I did order it and I paid for it already. But I'm not waiting by the window literally every day staring out, that's what I'm getting. And this is your career card. We've got unmask. Embrace yourself in your entirety. Speak your truth and allow your authentic self to shine through because you're worthy. Authenticity is definitely coming through. Maybe you're not getting your big rewards in 2021 yet because you haven't quite gotten to the authenticity part. I'm also getting 5 a lot. 555 is coming through. So big transformations are, I think 2021 is that energy of you're transforming, but you're not transforming in this tower moment kind of way. You're transforming on a more I wouldn't even say gradual level. I think you're transforming rapidly, but you're transforming in a, like, I'm excited to transform. I'm excited to go forward. I'm excited to get this done. I'm excited to get stuck into all this energy. And I think if you are going into your Saturn return, a big part of your Saturn return is that you're going to be forced to go into a very authentic place in your life. You're going to be forced to show a lot more authenticity and be truly who you're meant to be. I'm honestly hearing like you're being guided to your life purpose in 2021. And I think in 2022, for some reason, you're the only pile so far that I'm getting like 2022 is going to be a big year for you. It's like 2021 is more of a prep with the weight card here. It's like it's a little bit more of a prep. So for a lot of you, maybe you're getting engaged, but you're not getting married yet. And you're like prepping for the wedding. And that's when, 2022 is going to be big. Or maybe you're, this year you are being prepped in a way that your spirit guides are forcing you to be more authentic. They're forcing you to love yourself. And then in 2022, you're going to finally get with a person who you're meant to be with. Take what resonates. It could be the same for career, but I'm feeling with career, there's a little bit less waiting. I feel like maybe with love life, there's a little bit more waiting. Whereas your career, something's falling away to show. I'm getting a lot of joyful energy here, honestly. A lot of excited energy. Like I'm getting excited just talking about it. So I feel like a lot of you are getting excited for something in 2021 to do with your career. Maybe you can already feel that you're being pulled towards your authentic career. So let's see what we've got here in terms of tarot. Let's pull some I want to know more about this authenticity, honestly. Let's see. Okay, so we've got this Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands to me also talks about really following your passion, not really caring whether your passion is the Knight of Wands doesn't really care if the goal that they're running after has longevity, or if the goal that they're after has any sort of structure. It's more so about following the passion and following that. In a way, Knight of Wands can be very intuitive to me personally, very intuitive, because it's kind of like in the moment energy. I feel like you're really going to be living in the moment in 2021, pile 3. It's like following that inner compass that tells you, now we're going here, now, and not really having a long-term plan. And sometimes having a long-term plan is really, really important. And I do believe that it's important in certain areas of our lives at different times. But I feel like for you, pile 3, in 2021, the most important thing is to follow your inner passion and to follow your inner compass without getting bogged down. Oh, but I need to set a plan for this. Again, within reason, obviously. I'm not telling you to just be super impulsive all year, but I do feel like there's a little, you're kind of trusting your impulses a little bit more. And impulses, not, sometimes we think being impulsive is bad, but I think sometimes being impulsive is really good. And some of us can be too careful about things sometimes. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. I'm also hearing resilient, like you're feeling resilient. It's not even that something has to happen to show you that you're resilient. In 2021, you're just feeling resilient. You're feeling like, everything I've gone through up until now, I survive. It's like, that saying, you've survived 100% of your bad days so far. So, that's something that I feel wow. Okay, the Emperor card, to me, I'm really seeing you stand in your power, and there's a lot of fire energy here. But also with the Emperor, I know it's ruled by Mars, but I do see the Emperor as very Saturn returny. To me, when I look at the Emperor, it's kind of like Saturn return. For some of you, it could be Saturn return for real. Authenticity with the Moon card. Do you know what I'm hearing? This is really funny. We've got opportunities, but do you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing, if you're working hard to be authentic, you're not being authentic. That's interesting. If you're working hard to be authentic, you're not being authentic. You don't have to work hard in order to live your life purpose. It should be easy. It should be easy to be authentic. It should be easy to be yourself. That's what I'm hearing. And what I'm getting is that you are going to be getting a lot of opportunities. And I think the best way to grab those opportunities is to connect to your authenticity. Authenticity is really coming through. Unmasking yourself with the moon card in reverse. It shouldn't be this hard to be authentic. If you're working hard to be authentic, you're not authentic. Interesting. Cool. But I do think you're stepping into that authenticity here with the Knight of Wands and the Emperor mixing. This is strong Aries energy, so a lot of you could be Aries. But I'm also getting like clamping down on that idea of like, oh, I can't do this. Or what if I'm going to get judged? It's almost like this. It's kind of funny because what I'm getting with the Saturn here is like, usually Saturn clamps down and creates limitations in turn. I feel like these limitations that are being created for you are happening in order to force you to be authentic. So some of you might feel like certain jobs, you're not going to be able to get them. It's like certain jobs that you go for, you're not getting them. And it's because Saturn is all about the truth as well, right? So Saturn's like, are you being true to yourself? There's a reason you didn't get that job. You weren't being true to yourself. Interesting. Being true to yourself is going to be so important. Let's see more on love life for pile number. Oh, we've got this King of Cups. So I do feel like there's going to be a serious relationship. For a lot of you, I do feel like you might be getting engaged. We had that in one of the piles already as well. Page, see what I'm getting with the Page of Cups and the King of Cups here. You're not I think very few of you, I'm getting that you are looking for serious love. You're not looking for dating. You're looking for the Emperor. You're not looking for the Knight of Wands. That's what I'm getting. You're looking for the Emperor. You're looking for the Emperor to your Empress, the Emperor to your Emperor, the Empress to your Emperor, whatever way it resonates, you know. You're looking for that main person. You're looking for somebody stable. So for a lot of you, you could be already with somebody stable and you're solidifying that relationship. Wow, Four of Wands. I'm really seeing some of you getting married. Now, I don't think you're going to get married in 2021. Maybe, potentially, but it's more so like preparing for marriage. So for a lot of you, I think there could be an engagement coming in 2021. Three of Swords. What is this Three of Swords? I'm hearing you stop breaking your own heart. That's what I'm getting. Some of you, something that's coming through is that you think you're not beautiful enough. You don't think that you are striking enough. You don't think that, for some of you, maybe you are worried that this person who you're with is going to like leave you or cheat on you. That's something that I'm getting. And the cards are saying like, you need to stop breaking your own heart. I think in 2021 specifically, what you're going to start doing as well in terms of your love life is that you're going to stop breaking your own heart. I feel like a lot of you could have a tendency of like, when you get into a serious relationship, it's almost like you sabotage it in your own head and you go, this person's going to cheat on me. This person's going to leave me. This person doesn't like me the way that they say they like me. They don't care about me. And I think you're going to stop doing that. You're going to see yourself as this Queen of Wands, as this Emperor. So much wand energy here, a lot of fire. Some of you could be fire risings, moons, suns. But I think you're going to finally realize how, I'm hearing like, I finally realize how fine I am. Like with the Aphrodite as well, a lot of you are going to realize how good looking you are, even just like in terms of physical attraction, physical looks. You're going to realize how fine you are. I'm seeing a lot of opportunities coming in. Honestly, this is a really positive pile, but I'm just hearing you got to stop breaking your own heart. We've got a month falling out here. We've got December 2021 could be a very important month for you. And the fact that I put it here with the yes, maybe some of you are getting engaged in December 2021. You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Again, I think 2021 is going to confirm that you're going towards some sort of life path. And I'm getting 2022 is really important. So for a lot of you, 2022 is where it's at. Again, not to say 2020, the journey is just as important as the destination, but I feel like you need to stop breaking your own heart when it comes to the journey. It's kind of like you keep waiting for the destination that you forget to enjoy the journey. Lighthearted, carefree time. I think you're going to, I'm getting a lot of celebrations. So 2021, if, you might be actually going to a lot of weddings and a lot of celebrations. Maybe that's why I'm getting a lot of wedding energy. A lot of you are attending, and I feel like maybe you're looking really good at these celebrations. You're looking really good at these parties, at these events. We've got, man, dealings or relationship with a man. I'm just going to leave that one there because, it's very general. And we've got goldfish, increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. I'm really feeling that both spiritual and material wealth is increasing, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm really getting, this is towards the end of the year, but I feel like it's like, it's coming. An opportunity is coming. And so you feel safe to continue. You feel safe to it's that intuitive energy of like I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity. But the fact that we've got December, I think there's going to be some windfall or some sort of opportunity. You're like an opportunity magnet in 2021, but it's almost like you're still pulling it for the duration of 2021 and it hits you at the end / the start of 2022. So that's really cool. I really enjoy doing this reading. I think the goldfish is really, I love this card. I just think it's so beautiful and I love goldfish in general. So, just personally, I get really good vibes from this. I'm getting really good opportunities. I'm also getting wish fulfillment because there's an old Russian folklore story where goldfish keeps granting these wishes to, I'm hearing, actually, if you want to look up the story, it's a goldfish. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a goldfish fairy tale. It's a Russian fairy tale, and the goldfish constantly gives more and more and more to this old man that catches it and keeps giving it, granting wishes. But then the old man and his wife get too greedy, and the goldfish kind of goes, okay, I'm not giving you anymore. So maybe be careful with the Saturn return, that you are enjoying the journey and you're not constantly going, I want more, I want more, I want more, I want more. Enjoy what you're getting, because I do think you're going to be getting a lot. You're going to be getting a lot in 2021. So that's really exciting, but I'm going to move on. If you like this reading, do like, subscribe, and comment. Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear. I feel like some of you are starting businesses as well. That's something that's coming through. Sorry, I keep getting messages. Some of you could be looking to start a business and it's really working out, but like, don't give up. It may not be solid and completely what you want it to be in 2021, but I think if you just need to keep going. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to stop giving you messages finally, and I'm going to move on. So we're going to move on to pile number 4. Let's see, pile number 4, what is going on with your 2021, what we can expect for you. So we're going to look at your general energies first. I haven't shuffled any tarot cards because I'm going to be shuffling on camera, but we're going to look at your general energy first. We've got air, element of communicating, and we've got dream, sweet, sleep deep. I'm actually going to take all of these out. We've also got synchronicity. This synchronization you are experiencing is the universe letting you know that you are aligning to your true path. And we've also got triangle, third party, temptation, cheating. Okay. Wow, we've got triangle with the air element as well. Interesting. It doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm not going to take the cheating as like a given. For some of you, it could be that you're dealing with somebody who has cheated on you in 2021. But for a lot of you, I feel like you may be split between two people. That is something that I'm seeing. You might be worrying or considering two different options in your love life, and you might be feeling a little bit, I feel like you're going to come in contact with a lot of soulmates in 2021. That's first of all what I'm getting for you. You're going to be coming in contact with a lot of soulmates, a lot of people who you're meant to experience in this lifetime. And I think it's maybe even a little bit overwhelming. That's what I'm getting. Potentially it could feel overwhelming to have all these people around you, and it's kind of like, when you feel very connected to a lot of people at the same time, and it doesn't always have to be romantic. It's like you feel connected with a lot of people at the same time, and it's very hard to split your energy between people. That's another thing. Sometimes, you could have your partner, you could have your friends, you could have another group of friends, you could have your coworkers, and you're attracted to being in everyone's presence, but it's like you can't split yourself, and so you have to be very careful how much of your energy you're giving away to people. That's what I'm getting. Giving away too much to others. And we've got 33 here, and we've got all these triangles. I feel like for some of you there could be a third party situation in 2021. Or like, I'm getting more so you deciding between people. You deciding potentially there could be two people or more that want to be with you, and you're trying to decide. I'm hearing sleep on it. I honestly feel like your spirit guides want you to approach the situation as calmly as possible, and I'm hearing you can make no wrong decision here. Whatever decision you make is going to be the right decision. So I'm not getting so much like, if you want to hear about career, I'm going to ask about career as well, but I want to start with this because it's pulling towards me this triangle situation, this third party situation that I'm feeling. There could be a third party situation, or even like it could be between a friend and a partner. Maybe you feel like you might decide not to take any of the energies that are coming through. But let's see, what is this third party situation, this energy of multiple people wanting pile 4's attention? Oh God. That's too many cards. I was saying in another pile, this is why I don't shuffle on camera. I'm such a messy shuffler that they just always fly out in bunches. We've got 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got King of Swords. So we've got a King of Swords. We've got a 9 of Swords in reverse. And we've got a Knight of Wands. Okay, so the energies that are coming through, you're trying to decide between somebody who's a little bit more logical. I do feel like this is a love situation for most of you. But what I'm getting is that you're trying to decide between someone who's a little bit more logical and is a little bit more pragmatic and more focused on longevity, more focused and very serious and actually very reliable. That's something that I'm getting. Or going for somebody who's a little bit more exciting and has a little bit like, I'm almost getting, you might get tempted to go traveling with somebody. For some reason, I'm getting that there could be an option where you could be with someone who is very stable, very pragmatic, someone you could actually build a serious future with. Or there could be an option where somebody who wants to go travel with you, somebody who wants to take you traveling and go travel together, and more of like an adventurous energy. If this is not romantic, this could be like you trying to decide between two. Oh, that's what I'm getting. Okay. For some of you, this is not romantic. For some of you, this is like you're trying to decide what kind of life you want to live. Specifically in 2021, you're trying to decide, do I want to start building and do I want to start planning, or do I want to focus on adventure and living in the moment a little bit more? But for a lot of you, this is resonating as a romantic situation. Like you're trying to decide between two different lifestyles through two different people. Yeah. You're not sure if you want stability or if you want to travel. Traveling is indicated here with the 6 of Swords in reverse. Either way, it's kind of like either way you have to create an ending. So you might be dating two people at once. And either way you have to, once you're done, or you might be dating two people at once. And it's kind of like either way you have to make a difficult decision to end it with one of them. And pick a certain... It's like there's duality. It's like you kind of want your... You want to have your cake and eat it too. It's like you want the excitement and you want the more flirtatious, more lighthearted energy, but you also really want stability. You also really, really want stability. You also really, really want excitement and passion. You feel like, I'm really getting a very strong energy of you feeling like you've been lacking excitement and passion. You've been lacking adventure. Maybe adventure is really calling out to you in 2021. Break out of your pattern. That's something that I'm getting. You're wanting to break out of a certain pattern. Maybe you've been cautious and careful before, and maybe you didn't allow yourself the space and time to go and travel, to go and explore, and now you really want to do it. I'm hearing like you're not quite ready to take certain risks though. It's like you want to risk, but I keep hearing like I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna see. Be careful with your sleep as well. Just in general, I'm getting here with the 9 of swords and the sleep, or dream sweet, sleep deep. Such a hard card to pronounce or say. Be careful that you are getting enough sleep, because I'm seeing this thinking energy. You're thinking a lot. You're processing a lot with your thoughts. Mentally, you are kind of like a little bit of exhausted in 2021, because I think you're thinking about potential futures for you. It's kind of like you're almost, when you're playing certain video games and they give you different options, and whatever option you're going to pick, obviously the outcome is going to be different. And it's like you're looking at your options and you're going, it all depends on what I pick, and I can't pick. I don't want to choose between the two. Is there an option? I wonder if there's an option for you not to choose. Yeah, for a lot of you, I think you're choosing between two people. That's what I'm getting. For a lot of you, I do think that there could be an ex situation where an ex tries to come back into your life, but you already have a new person. Okay, this pile is a little bit more complicated than the other piles. I'm seeing that already. It's not that straightforward with you, pile number 4. What's the advice for pile number 4? What's the advice? Swords. You're confused about something in 2021. There's a confusion around a certain I think relationships. I'm honestly feeling like if it is a love situation and a love triangle, one of the people is going to offer some sort of traveling option, some sort of traveling situation for you. And it's like you're deciding, should I travel? Should I not travel? Should I stay? Should I go? For others of you where this is not a romantic situation, you are just trying to decide whether to go traveling and exploring, or whether do something that's more stationary and connect to a more stationary energy where you are planning on your future and stay where you are, and you're very confused about it, and your spirit guides just want you to look at the progress you've already. I'm kind of hearing you've had so many choices to make in your lifetime and you've never made the wrong choice. So again, it's like that energy, like whatever choice you make is the right one. You can't go wrong here. That is something that's coming through for you, pile number 4. I want to see what blessings are coming in for you, pile 4. What blessings are coming in for pile 4 in 2021? It's like some sort of ending, whether you're ending a relationship. I think for some of you could be ending a relationship and it's a blessing in disguise. Pile 4. It's a blessing in disguise. It's bringing a lot of balance into your life. A lot of change is being brought into your life through this ending. So for some of you could be ending a relationship. Or for some of you, what I'm getting, there's so many messages, so please take what resonates. But for some of you, what I'm getting is that there could be an ex situation where an ex comes back and they're very tempting. Like maybe you're in a relationship and an ex comes back and they're very, very tempting, and they're so tempting. Maybe they offer you a lot of things that sound very beautiful but have no longevity, and the cards are saying, listen to your intuition. Your intuition will tell you. And I do feel like you're going to look at this person and go, no, like, no. And it's going to be that ending of, you're going to sever some ties. That's what I'm hearing. Severing ties is going to be a big thing. For some of you, this could be friendship situations. It could be a friend that comes back in 2021 offering friendship, saying that they have changed, and you go, no, I'm severing. It's going to be a very tempting connection. Maybe somebody who, I feel like this is somebody who's not in your life right now. I feel like someone who's not in your life right now is going to try and come back. And the way that they're going to talk and what they're going to offer is going to be very, very tempting. But you're going to see through them. Yeah, you're going to see through them. I'm hearing the key is to not overthink it. The key is just to listen to your intuition and have that balance of, okay, my intuition's telling me this is not for me. And once you tie that severed, and I know it's easier said than done, but once you sever that tie, it's kind of like, once you sever that tie, I feel like a lot of drama will float away. There's this energy of like severing a tie. And with that person, a lot of negative emotions are just almost going to follow them out the door. I really see there's a need to let go of somebody in 2021. And I see that it's not going to be very easy, but it's going to balance you in a very big way. It's going to bring a lot of balance. And I'm almost getting that for some of you, maybe you're in a relationship and an ex comes back and they're very, very tempting. And it's kind of like, oh, they're tempting, but, I know better. I'm not silly. I know better. I know that they're not reliable or something like that. Or maybe it's a friend. And once you sever that tie, it's kind of like the relief of it, because it's almost, you will doubt it up to the very point that you finally do it. That's what I'm getting. And I'm getting a lot of 9 energy. So 9, 999, 99. Like, I'm getting a lot of 9s, and 9s are all about coming to the very edge, coming to the very end. So it's kind of like you come to the edge in 2021 with this person, and all you need to do now is just sever that tie. You just need to get rid of it now. And it's not going to be easy. That's the one thing that I am seeing. Let's see what your tea leaf cards have to say to you. We've got grapes, time to go out and have fun. Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. Like, maybe you already broke up with this person, and it's like, this person coming back is not the most difficult situation, or the most difficult part. The most difficult part already happened. You don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like you're finally able to have fun once you get rid of that person. That's what I'm getting. It's kind of like a person keeps trying to come in and tempt you with their beautiful word. Like, I feel like it's someone who's very charming. I do feel like there's a need to cut off a friend or a partner or an ex-partner or something like that. And it's like, they have really great words. They know how to charm. They really know how to make things feel beautiful. But once the reality hits, you realize, like, oh, they've screwed me over again. They got to me again. Taking vacation physically or mentally. A lot of you could be spending time on a literal vacation or taking extra holidays in 2021 as well. Because I don't want to just talk about this person. Pay attention to your finances. So you could be spending extra time paying attention to your finances, especially in April. So that's coming through. April could be a very important month for you in 2021. But the main thing that I'm getting here is that you're going to be there's a person who's almost blocking your energy. They're blocking things off from you. And there's a need to sever that tie. There's a need to sever something with this person. And once that is released, you're able to have so much more fun. You're able to feel more balanced. You're able to go out and have fun. And you're really going to see that was the most difficult part. It's kind of like, pulling off the band-aid, like, as they say. It's like, once you pull it off, it's fine. And nobody died. Everything is okay. That's what I feel like your spirit guides are really funny, pile for. It's kind of like, and nobody had to die, and nobody had to, nothing happened. You just needed to let go of this person. You just needed to get rid of this person. This could be multiple people. This could be like, friendship groups. This could be multiple soulmates that keep trying, and it's like you're gonna be tested next year. I think you're really gonna be tested. Like, do you know who's good for you, or do you not know? Do you still not know? Can you recognize a karmic relationship from a soulmate relationship? That's what you're being challenged on in 2021, pile number 4. Yeah, so that's what I got for you, pile number 4. Really interesting reading. Definitely very different from the other readings, but I really love doing it. So if you like this reading, do like and subscribe and give me feedback. I'd love to hear, because yours was a bit more specific. So do give me some feedback in the comments if you feel like it. But I'm going to move on. We're going to move on to pile number 5. This is working out to be a very long reading, but I'm enjoying it. So we've got pile number 5. Let's see what your 2021 has in store for you. So we've got Chiron, healing for your general. We've also got success for your general. Very nice. And I'm going to be live shuffling the tarot. And we've got reconciliation, reunion, resolution, forgiveness for pile number 5. Oh my goodness. My Palo Santo just lit on fire. Oh my god, maybe that's a sign. It just lit on fire like crazy. I feel like you are going to be on fire in 2021, pile 5. You're on fire. I'm taking that as a sign. I'm hearing like unstoppable abundance, unstoppable and now my wax is leaking. Like, this is a mess. But like, I don't think your 2021 is going to be a mess. Like, I'm getting more so this is, to me, this is kind of standing out as a sign that it's almost like all the success, and it happened when I pulled the success card. So I feel like the success, there's going to be some sort of unstoppable success for you, pile 5. We've got the universe. You're getting some sort of manifestation in 2021. I'm living in an infinite universe, and there is an infinite universe living in me. And we've also got the stars. Some nights I look up at the stars and feel small but never lonely. Honestly, for some of you, this is going to be obviously a very specific message. Some of you could like become famous or get some sort of level of recognition that is almost like unstoppable. You're going to feel unstoppable in 2021. And it's all going to happen because of your healing. You've gone through some sort of serious healing energy. I think maybe 2020 was a very healing year for you, or you've really taken on the burden of healing, because healing is not comfortable. Healing is not something that's done lightly or easily. So I feel like this success is direct result of a lot of healing that you've done in 20. This is a very spiritual pile, by the way, as well. I'm getting a lot of spirituality coming through here. Some of you could be spiritual teachers, or you could be starting spiritual businesses. Maybe you already started a spiritual business. I'm hearing reconciling with yourself. This is also about love, but I don't know why I heard that. Reconciling with yourself, forgiving yourself. That's something that's coming through for pile number 5. It's because you've forgiven yourself and you've reconciled with certain parts of yourself that you're able to have the success that you're going to have in 2021. I'm willing to bet this is the most successful pile out of all the piles that I've done so far. So, congratulations. I'm just willing to bet that I'm willing to bet that this is the pile that people who are going to make it big or make really huge changes in a positive way in their life in 2021. I'm getting a lot of grandeur with this pile. Like, you're going to be able to achieve a lot. You're going to be able to climb very far in 2021. Which is nice. It's always nice to hear. I'm also getting 1212. Look, we've got 1212. I'm actually not sure what 1212 is in terms of like angel numbers, but if you want to look it up. And also I'm being attracted to the 8 on the Chiron, and 8 makes me think of abundance, infinite abundance. There's definitely infinite abundance around this pile. It's intense. Like, I'm getting intense success. You breathe in and breathe out success. You breathe in and breathe out success. It's like you breathe success. Like, and I'm also getting you breathe, like breed, BREED, success. Yeah. And it's not even just about financial success. It's not just about being famous or viral or whatever. You are like, you have the essence of success. You know, sometimes you look at people, sometimes you look at people and you go, they look successful. And you don't even know what they do. They could have no money for all you know. And it doesn't even have to do with like designer clothing or anything like that. Like I feel, because I don't pay attention to designer clothing, I don't really know what certain designer items look like. But sometimes you look at a person and you're like, they just look successful. They just look they just look on point in some sort of way. And I feel like that's your energy in 2021. Let's see what this success is. I mean, I feel like it's general, and I feel like your spirit guides are kind of, there's a lot of proud energy here. So I feel like a lot of you have spirit guides that are going to be so, oh, wow. Eight of Wands makes me think of like progression, rapid growth. Momentum. I think you're going to feel a lot of momentum in 2021. If you feel like 2020 dragged, or 2020 not much happened, or maybe you felt stuck in 2020, well, no more of that in 2021. I think you've done a lot of internal work in 2020, and it's really going to be showing up in 2021. Oh my God. What the hell? We've got the Empress. Sorry, I'm so excited. This is insane. The Empress. Like, you are the universe. You are creation. You are so abundant. Some of you could be juggling like multiple side hustles or businesses, but it's like you're doing it effortlessly. I'm getting very graceful energy from this pile. Wow, entrepreneurial energy here for sure with the King of Wands. The one thing that I am getting for this pile is that you are very successful in 2021. There's no doubt about it. I'm not even gonna I feel like whoever picked this pile, you're going to be doing well. You're going to be doing really, really well in terms, specifically, I feel in terms of your career, you're going to be doing very, very well. I'm definitely feeling for a lot of you. I said it here first, drop down if you pick this pile. Potentially you're going to be very well recognized in some sort of field. You're going to be recognized, for some of you could straight up become famous. And fame is such a broad term these days. Like, you could be famous on different apps. You could be famous in different ways. So like, fame is so flexible. So, don't think it's that unrealistic. Sometimes it can be, realistic. So I do feel for a lot of you, you will reach heights of success in 2021. You could be, and I'm not saying peaking as in like you'll never peak again, but I think 2021 could be a peak year for you, where you're peaking in some sort of way. And to me, it feels very much to do with your career, but it's all because you've healed a lot of traumas. But what I'm getting here with this Death and Eight of Cups in reverse is that you're still not quite ready to let go of something. You're still not quite ready to let go of something in 2021. Like, it's almost like you could have even more success. And it's like, not like you need it, but it's like you could have even more success and more fulfillment, but you just don't want to let go of a certain little part that would allow you to have more of that success. For some of you, it could be that you need to cut somebody off. That legit, this could be just the energy of like needing to cut somebody off. Somebody who puts a lot of pressure on you. And it's like, if you cut this person off, I'm not even cut this person off. I'm getting limit your time with this person. It's not quite that bad. I feel like because this is, I don't want to take away from the positivity of this reading, by the way. I don't want to take away from the immense abundance of this reading. I really don't want to do that. I wonder if this reconciliation, maybe there's an ex or an ex-friend that's coming back, that the cards are like, you're maybe reconciling with somebody who you should be in fact cutting off, like you should in fact be cutting them off. Be careful, especially if you're becoming this abundant, successful person. Consider how people flock to people that are successful. Consider how people have an obsession with fame, with success. Consider how when people see that you're doing well, naturally they run to you. But consider that this person abandoned you when you had nobody else. That's something that I'm getting, that you're being encouraged to check. I'm kind of getting, because you're so successful, you could have a lot of people, and not just in a romantic way, coming back wanting to be your pal or your buddy. That's what I'm getting. And it's like, be careful who you let back in, because it's a natural thing to happen when you're successful. It's a natural thing to happen. Yeah. Yep. Wow, this is a very powerful pile. You're like, I keep hearing that TikTok sound, like, you know, the king of the castle, what? That's what I'm getting. It's kind of like, you're like the king or the queen or the empress, the emperor. You're the person of the castle. You're the master of the castle. What? You're like, this pile is making me laugh. I think you are glowing. You are glowing. You're glowing up in general, but you're glowing, and there's a lot of powerful energy. But at the same time, with the Chiron, it's like you've been through stuff and you've been through trauma, and so you know that you need to be gentle in other ways with other people. It's kind of like you're gentle, but you're also stern, and it's like your gentleness can be sometimes almost like your downfall. Because again, if these people are trying to come back into your life in 2021, you have to be careful with them. Let's see, your love life. I want to see more about your love life. But I do see, with the resolution being here, I do feel like with some of you, maybe certain people come back to you, to, like, having seen how much you've progressed and how much you have grown. People might come back to, like, apologize to you, or like tell you that, you know, they were in the wrong, or at least try and mend. Like, maybe they don't want to be in your life anymore, but they want to leave on a good note. 4 of Wands, a lot of celebration. I keep getting the 4 of Wands because I'm live shuffling, so I'm getting a lot of 4 of Wands for a lot of piles. So I think there's going to be a lot of celebrations. And you know what's coming to mind? It's like in 2020, a lot of people probably delayed their weddings. I wouldn't be surprised if you attend a lot of weddings, and I've had this for 2 other piles. It's like, I think maybe it's just we're all going to be attending a lot of weddings because a lot of weddings got pushed out. So it wouldn't be surprising to me, because 4 of Wands always makes me think of weddings. But love life is going to be, this is really good. For some of you, you could be moving homes, like you could be moving in with your partner. That's something that I'm picking up on for you as well. You might be trying to decide whether to move in with a partner. We've got 6 of Pentacles. We've got that Empress again. Queen of Wands. I'm hearing I'm upgrading. It's like you're upgrading, and not that the queens are bad in any way or immature, but the fact that we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse and we've got the Empress upright, I'm feeling like you're there's something here, you know, with the reconciliation, and when we said that there's forgiveness for yourself, you're going to forgive yourself for when you were this Queen of Wands in reverse, because now you're the Empress. That's something that I'm getting. So maybe in relationships in the past, you were this Queen of Wands. You constantly needed attention from people in your relationship. You constantly needed to be validated for your looks. In your relationships, maybe you constantly needed attention from like the whoever you were, you know, the group of people that you're attracted to, and in 2021 you're finally getting into that stage where you don't need that approval from anybody. And honestly, I'm getting more self-love here than I am getting any specific relationship messages. I'm not saying that you're not going to have any relationship blessings coming in 2021, but it's like it doesn't even matter, because what matters most is that you are standing in your power and you are this Empress. We've got the Empress coming out twice. A very powerful energy. You're very successful. You're very abundant. I do think a lot of people are going to want to reach out to you in 2021 because you're going to be glowing. Like, you're going to be looking amazing. I'm hearing you're going to be smelling amazing. Maybe you smell really nice. Like, I don't know. I got that. Like, okay, we've got mountain, major challenges to overcome. We've got January. So maybe you start January with a couple of challenges that need to be resolved. Maybe you start your year and I am getting this with the Chiron healing. It's kind of like you're still resolving certain things at the start of the year in 2021. but it's all for your, your best interest, for your better good. We've got slowly but surely getting ahead. I do see that for you. There's a progression. And again, the Empress, she's not rushing ahead. I feel like the Queen of Wands could be the type of energy that tries to rush ahead when she's in reverse. She tries to rush things. It's like she's impatient. But the Empress is patient. She knows that everything comes to her when it has to come. Wow. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. We've got mountain road. It's like you're carving a road in the mountain so that you can get ahead. So cool. I love that. We've got fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray or white hair. It's very general, so I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't these cards, I like them sometimes, but I tend to leave them. Honor and respect will come to you. Two empresses, crown energy, success. Some of you are getting famous. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card and then we're gonna finish up your reading. I feel like I'm getting too excited. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. I'm more so getting because the vultures, they're very they watch people. Be careful. Vultures to me, and also vultures remind me of energy vampires. For some reason I get that energy. Be careful that these people that are coming back are not vultures because of your success. Be careful that you're not letting vultures back into your life. Mice. Yeah, I'm getting that pests. I'm hearing pests. Make sure that you're not letting people that are pests back into your life because they're seeing your light, because they're seeing your fame, your, success. Yeah, I'm seeing getting together with friends. So it's know your friends from the energy vampires. Again, protect yourself energetically. I feel like this is one pile that really needs to protect themselves energetically in 2021, not because people are after you, but because your light is going to be so bright, it's going to attract so many people either back into your life. But I'm seeing, be very careful who you let into your life in 2021. Be very selective because you're not going to be short on attention. It's not even you're trying to get this attention, but it's still coming through. It's these people still want to come in and give you attention because they see how brightly you're shining and they're trying to get a piece of that, so just be careful. So we're going to move on. I really love doing this reading for you. If you liked it, do subscribe and comment. Definitely comment because, you never know, mark your spot. Maybe you will be super, super famous or successful because that's coming through. You're going to be well known for something in 2021 anyway. I'm getting some sort of recognition coming to you for sure. But let's move on. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. But I'm going to move on to pile number 6. And we've got pile number 6. Let's see what is coming to you in 2020. What is happening? You got a lot of cards, so we're going to try and get through them. So first of all, we've got authenticity. We've got Aries, very authentic. Yes. We had another authenticity pile, which is cool. So I'm interested to see what the difference is. We've got Moon, very cool. Very authentic emotion is coming through here. Authenticity, I feel like some of you might decide you want to express your emotions more. Leadership is coming through big. I feel like you may become some sort of leader in 2021. You may get a promotion to become a leader. You may become a boss in a company. I'm definitely getting that energy of you're leading a lot of people. And you're doing it with a lot of authenticity and a lot of honesty. You're not it's not that kind of leader that tricks people into leading them. There's a lot of authenticity. There's a lot of accountability. That's what I'm getting with you in 2021. Very cool. Let's see what else we've got here. With love life, we got 2 cards. We've got cracked, heartbroken, drifting apart, discontent. And we've got mutual attraction, chemistry, compatibility with magnetic. I'm getting a very strong energy of you. In terms of love life, I think you are looking for a more authentic partnership. For a lot of you, if you're single, I'm seeing you date a lot of people. And kind of in a way, I feel like you might be at some point in 2021, there might be a little bit of a fed up energy because you feel like you don't feel like you're vibing with anybody enough. But I'm feeling like there's going to be somebody coming in who you're going to have a massive attraction to. It's just you might start the year feeling like not many people are for you, and it might be a little bit frustrating, a little bit disheartening. And we've also got transformation. Accept and embrace the shedding of old skin as you continue to evolve and awaken. And this is for your career. Wow. This is a powerful pile for sure. I do feel like you are becoming some sort of leader, some sort of I'm getting an example to people. So for example, if you are a boss in a certain job, if you are somebody who or maybe you're going to be a boss, maybe you're looking to get a raise or some sort of you're looking to up your game, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna be led by you. This doesn't have to be in a job. This can even be online. Maybe you are some sort of teacher online. Maybe you are offering some sort of course. But I see that you're trying to be very authentic in the way that you do it. It's kind of like you're not trying to act like you're better than somebody just because you have a higher level of status. That's something that I'm getting. Okay, let's see. What is this authenticity? I want to start with the tarot, and then we're going to go into your tea leaf cards as well. But let's see. What is this authenticity for pile number 6? Yeah, like for some of you could be teaching something, and you're teaching people, and it's kind of like what I'm getting is that you're the kind of teacher that doesn't expect perfection, and you're like, look, people get it wrong all the time. I'm seeing, for those of you that are single, I'm seeing a lot of dating options, and you dating a lot of people, and I'm getting something about this pile is like, I'm sick of people being so fake. That's what, like, I'm sick of people like telling you they want one thing but then acting another way. So some of you could be really fed up with the way that your dating life is, and maybe like the type of people that you come across. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of dating partners, a lot of people who are interested in you. This is coming through, so I guess the cards want to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. So I do feel like there are a lot of people that want to date you. And specifically if you're single, that's something that I'm getting. If you're single, you might have a very busy dating life, especially at the start of 2021. And there's something I'm not gonna lie, there's something disappointing about your dating life at the start of 2021. It's coming through as like, oh, everyone's just annoying. Like for some reason I'm getting like, I'm annoyed by people, you're kind of annoyed. It's kind of like you are thinking, I opened up myself to options, I opened up myself to possibilities, why can't I just find somebody authentic? And the funny thing is that there is going to be somebody coming in who is authentic. That's what I'm getting. There's going to be a person coming in who is authentic, and I'm seeing it as the Knight of Cups. So I want to clarify this Knight of Cups card, because I'm seeing somebody coming in and they're really going to catch you by surprise. And it's kind of like when you're in the middle of going like, I'm so sick of people are so fake, people are so annoying, is when this person's going to show up. And this person's going to offer some serious commitment to you. With the 10 of Pentacles here, like this person is going to be interested in a long-term relationship. If you're a single person, I'm definitely feeling that. Like, I'm not going to lie, maybe even up to March, you're kind of dating people and it's annoying. Like, it's annoying because it's like nobody fits your personality. Nobody seems to fit your standards. Yeah, you're like this high priestess. You're not just looking for anybody. You're looking for somebody with the Temperance card and High Priestess. You're looking for your soulmate. Like, you're looking for somebody. Now, I know I'm just talking about singles, but I'm going to look into the people that are in relationships also. But I feel like there's a very specific message for singles. And I feel like the cards are kind of saying this is almost like a test. And I know I hate hearing this in readings, so I'm sorry, but this is like a test. Your spirit guides are testing you. Like, are you going to go with just anybody? Or is it that in 2021, you finally see that as long as you're authentic, you will find somebody who likes that authenticity. Like, you don't need to change yourself for another person. You don't need to change yourself for another, for a romantic partner. Like, I'm seeing you have an elevated view of it. Maybe in 2020, when you dated people, maybe you thought you were authentic, but in reality, you constantly transformed yourself in some sort of way so that the people that you were dating liked you. Maybe you tried to appease them. I'm really getting a strong energy. Is like, you can be calm in knowing that your authentic energy is good enough for a certain relationship. But with the veil here over these people, I'm seeing that this relationship is being hidden from you until you're able to be completely authentic. This relationship is being hidden from you until you're able to, like, I'm hearing no fucks given, like, no, I don't care if you don't like me. And again, Aries never apologizes for who they are. Aries never apologize for their authentic self. Like, they are who they are, and you either love it or you hate it. You take it or you leave it. And I think that's the energy you're trying to challenge. Not challenge, but maybe challenge as well. I think you're trying to channel it, but I think it's not coming easy. Like, it is not something that comes naturally to you. Maybe you naturally challenge who you truly are. And I mean, sometimes we think we're being our true selves, and I think I'm calling myself out a little bit on this. Sometimes we think we're being our true selves, but in reality, we're still shifting and changing certain parts of ourselves for certain people. And I've noticed that even in myself, because I like to think that I'm very authentic in front of people. But there are moments where I catch myself changing myself and changing my opinions very slightly. It's not even, and it's kind of like, I feel like that's the energy that you possess. It's like you have learned how to be authentic, but there's different details that maybe in a certain group of people. Let's say if it is a person in a group of people of friends, you're able to be completely authentic. And, if it's not somebody that you're maybe trying to get into a relationship with, you're completely authentic. You're completely you. But maybe a romantic relationship has the potential to change that. So for those of you that are in a relationship, I want to see, for those of you that are in a relationship, maybe it's that you stop changing yourself. I'm hearing stop changing yourself for your family's in-laws. That's something that I'm getting for your energy. Someone who's in a relationship, maybe you, even unprompted, you used to change who you are in front of your in-laws. You used to worry about what your in-laws would think of you, what your partners, people, friends would think of you. And you're like, I'm done with that. That's something that I'm seeing. 3 of Pentacles. I felt that upright though. And we've got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You're letting yourself out. I always say with this Rapunzel card, you're letting yourself out of this tower of like, oh, I need to be a certain way. Maybe you thought you needed to be a certain way in order for your partner's family to accept you, in order for your partner's family or friends to love you, and you're slowly realizing that maybe certain parts of the family will never love you no matter who you are. You'll always do wrong things for them, or maybe you're accepting that like they actually will love you more if you transform into your authentic self, if you're completely yourself in front of them. That's what I'm getting for those of you that are in relationships. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm hearing for a lot of you, it's like I can never do any right. It's like, why do I keep doing, consistently trying to do the right thing when whatever thing I do is always going to be wrong? So for a lot of you, maybe you have some toxic in-laws, or some toxic friends of your partner, and you're kind of like you're realizing like I'll never be right for them. So why am I trying so hard? So for others of you, it could be that that are single, you're realizing I'll never be right for the wrong person. I will always make mistakes and be in a wrong spot for the wrong person. So why am I trying so hard? The more I'm authentic, the more I pull in the people I actually want to be around. And if it's an in-law situation, it's kind of like, I don't need to do anything. Realizing you don't need to do anything. You just need to be yourself. I'm getting this energy of you shrugging and going, can't please everybody. So maybe that's your energy. It's like, I can't please everybody anyway. So why am I trying so hard? Not to say that you're trying so hard, but it's like you're realizing you don't want to be trying at all. It's not like you're trying to be unpleasant in some sort of way, but I feel like it's just something about 2021 is making you realize that you don't have to. I'm hearing I don't need to bend over backwards for people anymore. And I think the reason that you do try sometimes is this moon energy, because the moon card, or not the moon card, but the moon is all about compassion. Maybe you are a very compassionate person, but you're realizing that maybe staying authentic is more important than having compassion for certain people. So let's see what we have here for you for your 2021 in terms of tea leaf cards. We've got be careful, do not take risks with claw. We have stepping into new experience, and I think it's that authenticity that I'm getting. We've got romance, celebration, party. I do see a lot of romance. So for those of you that are single, I think there is going to be a lot of dating until you finally meet this person who is represented here as the Knight of Cups. That's too many cards. Can I get one or two? We've got tankard, we've got 2 celebration cards. So I feel like you're going to be very, very social, especially with the Aries here. I think you're going to be very, very social. A lot of social energy for 2021, which is nice to see because, considering how 2020 went, I've been seeing a lot of celebration energy. We've got seahorse, family matters. Again, family. I feel like for some of you, it could be in-laws. Honestly, it's like in-laws, leave me alone. I'm just for some of you, this could be your own family even. And we've got April. April could be an important month for you in 2021. I'm hearing leave Britney alone. So maybe like you're trying to just get people to get off your back. It's like, that video where it's like, Pooja, what is this behavior? And she's like, get off my back. And I think that's going to be your energy. Unsuccessful plans. I think the unsuccessful plans make me think of like, you've been unsuccessful with pleasing these people, whoever this group of people are, and you're just looking at it and going like, why am I even trying so hard? Like, I've literally done everything I can. Who cares at this point? I'm going to step into a new experience. I'm going to try and just be completely authentic. I'm not going to please anybody and see what happens. That's what's coming through for me. But this is the reading that I got for you, pile number 6. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, do like, subscribe, and comment with your feedback. I'd love to hear it. And I'm going to go now, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.